Before I start my presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Komang Aryanti with student number 0034. I would like to presentation about the basic interpretive research. For the first is the student perception of Kahoot as a formative assessment tool in English class of 8th grade student of SMP Negeri 1 Manggis in academic year 2025 or 2026. Identify. The title is the student perception of Kahoot as a formative assessment tool in English class of 8th grade student of SMP Negeri 1 Manggis in academic year 2025-2026. Author is Komang Aryanti. Chapter 1 is background of the study. Along with technological development, the use of digital-based learning media has become a potential alternative for increasing the effectiveness of formative assessment. One digital platform that is widely used in learning is Kahoot, a game-based application that allows teachers to carry out evaluation in an attractive and fun way. According to Wang and Tahir 2020, state that Kahoot can increase student engagement, motivation, and attention during the learning process. Research problem. What are the student perception of the 8th grade student of SMP Negeri 1 Manggis regarding of Kahoot as a formative assessment tool in English class? Objective of the study. This research this research focused on 8th grade students at SMP Negeri 1 Manggis in academic year 2025-2026, where Kahoot has been widely used as an assessment tool. This research aimed to reveal student perception of the use of Kahoot as a formative assessment tool in based against the above background. The following questions were in this current research as follows: to determine student perception of Kahoot as a formative assessment tool in English class. Limitation of study. This research only focused on the perception of 8th grade student of SMP Negeri 1 Manggis regarding the use of Kahoot as a formative assessment tool in English language learning in academic year 2025-2026. This research does not discuss the effect of using Kahoot on student learning outcomes and or academic achievement. Therefore, the results of this study are limited to describing student perception and cannot be used to assess a Kahoot overall effectiveness. Significance of the study. The result of this research is hope that it can provide educational input for lecturers, students, and other researchers to carry out better teaching and learning activities and conduct research. Definition of key terms. To avoid misunderstanding and provide clear explanation, research provide definition of keyword use including Kahoot. Definition of key terms are operationally defined as follows. For the first is perception. Perception can be explained as a process in which a person organizes and interprets their sensory stimuli to understand the meaning of the environment around them. And the second is Kahoot. Kahoot is a learning application that is used to create interactive quizzes in the learning process. And the last one, formative assessment. Formative assessment is a type of assessment at providing information or feedback to teacher and student in order to improve the learning process. Chapter 2 is theoretical review. Theoretical review discusses both knowledge in its concept of theory follow perception, Kahoot, and formative assessment. Empirical review. The first study was conducted by Matkin 2024, entitled Student Perception of Using Kahoot as an Online Assessment. This study used a qualitative descriptive approach involving 37 eighth-grade students as respondents. The strength of this study was the use of clear instruments, namely Likert scale questionnaire and interview, so that the data obtained were quite con- comprehensive. The weakness of this study was that the study emphasizes student perception without directly measuring the impact of Kahoot on improving learning outcomes quantitatively. The second study was conducted by Henicke and Halim 2024, entitled Teacher and Student Perception of Kahoot as an Assessment Tool at a, at a School. This study used a quantitative descriptive design to examine this, the attitude, view, and experience of the teacher and student in using Kahoot in classroom assessment activities. The strength of this study is that it involved two main objects, namely teacher and student, so that this perspective obtained is more comprehensive. The weakness of this study is scope of the study is limited to the to one class in one school, so the general generalization of the result is still limited. Chapter 3 is participant. Research participants were eighth-grade students of SMP Negeri 1 Manggis in academic year 2025-2026. Specifically for eighth grade B, the number of students is 40 people, consisting of 25 girls and 15 boys, were involved as research participants. Then, 10 respondents who were willing to contribute further were selected to carry out in-depth interview. The respondents were diverse in terms of gender, learning style, and social background. Research design. This research will use basic interpretive research, which is qualitative research. This design aims to examine phenomena that occur based on the research background and research question. Therefore, this research uses this research design to get the student perception of Kahoot as a formative assessment tool in English class. Research instrument. In this research, the research will use two techniques, namely questionnaire and interview technique, to obtain data. The questionnaire will be used to measure student performance. Perception of Kahoot as a formative assessment tool in English class. The questionnaire used by result was adopted for Robbins and Judge 2013. There is 10 questions will be used in this questionnaire. Next, an interview will be conducted by asking several questions. The data collection. The data required for this research will be collected using a research instrument. The questionnaire will be created using Google Form and online to the respondent. Meanwhile, interview will be conducted face to face. And the data analysis. The researchers used a Likert scale to analyze student perception for the questionnaire that had been distributed with consistent and five answers for each question: strongly agree, agree, indicate, disagree, strongly agree. Each answer has a different score as shown in the table below. Alright, that's all about my presentation about the basic and creative research, and thank you.